Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my volume down over here. There we go. Okay. There we are. So, what's new? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. As everybody could tell, we are on a new platform tonight.
Welcome,
Welcome.
the Hidden Bricks YouTube edition.
It's definitely a different experience, right? So
Yeah, I mean we've been practicing with this format for what, a couple weeks now and felt comfortable with it, but new set of nerves tonight for some reason, even though it's the same idea. So
yep.
all right. So I
So what do we
guess
got on the agenda for tonight?
we got a couple things we talked about. We did talk about May the 4th last week a little bit, kind of went through the stuff coming out. Thursday actually came fast. I feel like we were just talking about it back in March, I guess. That was coming up soon, and here it is. So no official announcements from Lego about any double points. We know the
Oh,
gift with
really?
purchases, but nothing. I would assume there would be something double points, but maybe not. I guess we'll find out by Thursday, right?
That's correct. We'll just have to take it as we get. Um, I would imagine that they would say something in the next day. It'd be surprising, right? Because last year we had double points on
Hmm.
Star Wars sets. Uh,
Yep.
why wouldn't we get it this year? So
Yeah, no, I would assume there's going to be something. Just what it is. I doubt it would be anything new. I don't think they do anything new, if I'm not mistaken. It'll probably be on stuff that's on the shelves already. So, um, yeah, it'll be interesting. I don't think anything else is releasing Thursday. So, M, good evening. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to YouTube.
thank you, Em, for joining.
But yeah, this is pretty much all Star Wars stuff. I think May the 4th celebration runs what, the first through the, does it go through the 5th or is it just through the 4th?
I'm sure it goes a couple days after, but I'm not
It's the
100%.
5th. I just looked. Yeah, it's
I thought it was
5-1 through
I thought it
5-5.
was the 5th or the 6th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I didn't know if they were going with Revenge of the 5th, not including that and making it its own special day, because I would,
any
as you
Sith
know,
set is going to be double points on
May
on
the
May the
5th.
5th. Well, yeah,
Ooh, bring the
yeah.
AT-AT back, Lego.
Revenge of the 5th.
I dare you, Lego. Bring the AT-AT back.
Oh, you're
I'll
still
buy it.
sour about that one, huh?
Yeah, well,
Well,
we
me and
both
you
are.
both, because we both texted each other. What was it like? It was that night, right? It was
Mhm.
late, and
Yep.
we were just like, "Hey, the AT-AT UCS is $600 on double points. Should we go?" We're like,
Yep.
"Yeah, that's a good deal. You know what? We'll wait."
We'll pass. Probably not the
Bow,
best
bow,
deal.
bow. Yeah, it probably wasn't
Uh,
the yeah. Well, you can't get everything, but
no.
when
Nope.
you miss out on a good deal and you can't get the set for a good price anymore, kind of that FOMO kind of kicks in, right?
It
So
does. Yeah. Yeah, that's a justifiable FOMO though. Like first of the month, and for me is not justifiable anymore, but uh reduced priced, double points, about to retire.
that was in the wheelhouse. I was checking all the boxes,
It was. Yeah. It won't happen again. So,
and then you're looking at the UCS Vedator, right? And you're like, that's 600 and change, and you're like,
mhm,
man, I could have got the AT-AT
mhm.
for less than
Yeah.
what the Vedator came for.
Yeah. Yeah. So, chalk that one up to failure, but it's all right.
Live and you
Uh,
learn, right?
you do. So, Yeah, so that's going on this week. Well, we had a couple announcements last week. I think that was last week. The next wave of Fortnite sets coming out.
Yes, yes.
Um, you
Another
have
good character
do
going
you
with Mr. Peely, right?
does your son do does he do Fortnite?
He doesn't play Fortnite, but
Okay.
he likes the sets, just like the Minecraft sets. So
Yeah. I think we're now phasing in to Minecraft sets because of the movie. And now he plays the game now too. So strategic marketing, possibly. I know Chicken Jockey kind of won over the kid crowd, and Lego obviously had a set ready for the Chicken Jockey. So,
yeah, and Lava Chicken, right?
oh
Because
yeah, that's that
they had
right.
the town.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. So, I think those were smart moves on their part to get those sets ready to roll. But I know my son said that he will be interested now in seeing what comes out for Minecraft because now he knows like what's going on in the game. So I mean, it's funny how you can do something as simple as go see a movie and then you can be persuaded into a whole new collectible hobby. So um, yeah, obsessed. I get that. M says her kids are obsessed with Minecraft. So justifiable, M, would you say, or no? Do you play? I don't understand it. I've watched him play a little bit, and I don't like. I get what he's doing, but I don't really get what he's doing. So
yeah. It's just it's Minecraft's like creativity. I think they have games in it too, but
yeah,
never really sat down and played it. But my
mm-mm.
son loves it, so
Nope. And then what else? We had the I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. Is it Keith Haring? Is that how you say it? The dancing figures.
yeah, those are pretty cool. Those are
The yeah, yep.
like just
Um,
the part usage and just the design to get
mhm.
the really nice.
I like. I don't remember who it was that reviewed them. Somebody who was reviewing them showed them you can put them up on the wall, so it looks like they're floating. Uh, really, I mean, it's really cool. Well, I get it. I don't know.
Do you have wall space?
No,
Because I don't know
so
many AFOLs that have wall space. Normally shelf space, unless you're allowed to put them around the
valid.
house.
I can. Well, yeah. So there's pretty much Lego in every room in my house except for probably my bathroom and the laundry room.
Got to change that. Gotta
I do,
gotta
but I
bump
don't have.
those
I
numbers.
do have I do have wall space in my bathroom, so I could put something up in
You're
there.
gonna get
Maybe I'll put the dancing figures.
the what is it? The wave?
Ooh, I could do the wave.
Yeah, do
Then
the
I could
wave.
play the music. Yeah, not a bad idea.
Oh,
I like
not
it.
bad at all.
I like it. And then we also had a couple botanical things announced last week. The happy plants, I think that's what it was, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what they're calling them. Interesting concept. I'm sure they're going to be eaten up.
That's a day
Uh,
one for Keith.
leaning towards it.
Hey, yeah, and
uh,
the autumn bonsai tree.
I do like, if I'm not mistaken, which we'll get into showing some of these pictures later. I do want to take a look at those leaves for that Japanese red maple because I'm pretty sure they are red to orange combo leaves, which I don't think has ever been done, like a dual color. So
I think
interesting part element for people looking to use those in some sort of mock build or something.
yeah, it's
I'm gonna highlight that comment. That's a Lego worthy comment right
yep.
there. I need it.
I need to
Exactly what Lego wants to hear. I need it. I love
do
it.
it. And
I love it. Yeah, and you know what? We're gonna go a little bit out on a limb here tonight because this is again our first night here. So everybody that has been a regular with us on Instagram, we love you guys. We appreciate you showing up over here
Yes,
on
we do.
YouTube. And it is definitely a different vibe. And is it just me, or am I finally getting to meet Austin face to face here by the profile picture?
Yep.
Austin, I can put a face to the name, brother. Oh my gosh, this is like a different world over here.
Yes, it is. We got
Welcome to
Cynthia
YouTube.
joining. We got the
Let's
crew
see.
in the house.
Peter figured it out here. Okay, that's good. Cynthia, how are you? Thank you guys for coming over. We seriously, we appreciate you. Um, we've been working feverishly to get this up and running, and we're glad you guys could make it over. So, um, yeah, so it's nice having the crew over here because we've been live now on Instagram since what? Was it the end of last year or was it the beginning of this year?
It was the end of last year. It was like I believe it was like November, because
Okay,
we were doing Instagram lives through Christmas.
that's right. Yep, that's right.
So
Man, time flies. Jeez.
time
So
flies. Yeah,
we're going on 6 months here. Look at that.
I know
People.
it is a different experience. I'm already liking the YouTube platform for live streaming a little bit better.
Hmm. Yep,
Um,
I agree.
so
Yeah, it's nice having the comments actually funnel through our comment section. So technically, we don't have to look off a second screen.
yep. And on another
um,
note, if you're listening to this, this is all also going to be uploaded as a podcast.
oh, yes, that's right. Completely forgot about. Well, you should asterisk that because we have to make sure we figure out how to do that.
No, we're gonna figure it out. We'll just.
That's the intent. That's the intent. So,
What was your favorite line last live? TBD.
T- yeah,
TBD.
everything from here on out is TBD. So,
But if you are hearing this and we do manage to get it out on the podcasting platforms,
mhm.
thank you for listening.
Yes. Oh, wow. I just I'm learning some things here. Okay, cool. Anyways, yeah, behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, so I know everybody that's here pretty much sat with us through the May the 4th stuff. So we're not going to run deeply through that again because you guys already heard it last week. But again, anything, I'll attack it from a different angle for you this time. What sticks out to you for May 1st? What's a must have? What's an on the fence?
There's a. I don't really. I'm not on the fence of anything. If I could buy it all, I would
I'll
all
just
at
get it all.
once, right? Jango Fett's Starship is. I will begin day one, because that normally, by just purchasing that, you meet the threshold for the GWPs and everything else.
Hmm.
I do like the Star Wars logo, so that's also a must-have. And then obviously, me and you talking about the brickheads.
Hmm.
We'll be getting. I'll be getting those. I think we're actually gonna plan to do a build and review on a few of those.
Yep.
I don't know on the sign. I don't know if there was anything else that you were picking up too, but
Well, as M said, there's just so many. It's hard to pick a favorite. Um,
it's true. But
it is. Yeah. No. I'll probably just be getting the sign and the brickheads, the two separate brickheads. I know this is not related to the first releases, but I will also see if there are any double points sets. Because if there are, then that might persuade me to get something that I haven't picked up. But yes, as far as the first releases, I think it'll just be the brickheads and the sign. I do like the Starship, but just not a need for me at the moment.
yeah, depending on the double points too, that could also sway me. I'm going in there for the Starship, but
Well,
if
true,
like
yeah,
if
because
like if double points is not on Jango Fett Starship, but you could still qualify to get the um, GWPs based off of purchase price.
yeah, I knew where you're going with that, so I cut ahead of you here. It's 160 or more, excluding pre-orders. That's all it says.
Right. So if like, let's just say the Vedator was on double points, right? And you were on the fence of that. Do you get that on the double points day and wait on the Starship? Because it wouldn't be double
Mhm.
points on the Starship.
Yep.
Unless they do. I doubt that they do on the new sets, but
I don't think they will. Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong, but
it could also
I
be
was just looking
specific sets too. So
for 160. I'm going to get a gift with purchase because I'll probably buy 2 Palpatine brickheads plus the sign. So I'm at 160 anyway. So I get the gift with purchase.
I want to do 2 versions of the Mace Windu brickhead. I want to do one
Mm.
when he's Jedi, right? And then one when he gets hit with Force lightning and gets his arm
Oh,
cut
that's
off.
true. That's true.
Because
See, I'd like,
you got Anakin with the Sith eyes. I do like that
that's
they
true.
have the Sith
Mhm.
eyes version. So
That's true. Yeah, I'll probably, I'll wait to see if somebody does a rebrickable on Palpatine in the red robes. So that would be my 2 Palpatines, and you can do 2 Anakins, 1 Sith eyes, 1 regular, and then yeah, 2 versions of Windu.
would you get the Republic gunship? The Clone Wars version with Palpatine and
Probably,
Padme
probably. I have
if
to
it
see
was
what the
double
figures
points.
run.
But if it was double points,
I'd have to see what the figures cost because if the figures aren't that expensive, then probably not.
just buy out the figures.
Yeah, because I don't really have space for other ships. I do have partial shelf next to the Star Destroyer, but I mean,
You got a whole ceiling fishing line.
yeah,
Uh,
I do. I do. But they have to be flat ships though. I can't be having
oh, you could put the
things hanging down.
gunship in the corner.
True. I could technically hang the Star Destroyer. Boom.
That'd be right over the city. It's ready to take
Ooh.
over.
Yeah.
Grab all the
Ooh. How cool would that be? Build a city and then have like stormtroopers flooding in.
and just have like
Star
a.
Destroyer floating
What you
over.
should do
Ooh.
is underneath on one of the shelves over there.
Mm-hmm.
You should do like a mini mock, and it could be like a mine, and it is kyber crystals all in there.
Ooh. You know, I'm just going to go off subject here because you talked about the city. So, one of Peter's kids. I'm not going to name since this is going on a podcast. So one of Peter's kids um, said to me the other day on Family Built Sunday, "Why don't you do a city brickheads scale?" And I was just like, "Okay, okay, let's go."
That is going to be some big buildings. Just
Yeah. So
build one building for now. Let's see how the one building goes.
I can't even imagine doing that. I mean, you saw the buildings when I was down at the Home and Garden Show back in March for Pittsburgh. I think you
I
hopped
did.
on one of those lives. I think those. I don't even think those were brickhead scale. That was minifigure scale. Now that I think about it. Whew. Okay. Yeah, I might not be able to do that. It's a really cool thought when you think about it, but I don't know. So we'll see.
Projects in the future for Keith.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys all got me down this brickheads rabbit hole, so
You're welcome.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am enjoying them, and you knew I did the Funko Pops at one point, so kind of the
I
same
just don't.
concept.
I don't think I would be as intense as you. Like I collect the brickheads, but
Hmm.
only with certain ones, like Star Wars ones, Lord of the Rings, pretty much all the pop culture ones. Like I found the Back to the Future, Marty and Doc. It's pretty cool. I think I got a couple older ones I need to find. But
Well, I'm going to bring this question up. How's the collection going? Well, Cynthia, I will tell you, when Keith does things, Keith does them big. I've gotten really lucky. I have a lady that I've done some trading with over the past year or so, and she had a big Brickheads collection, and she basically listed all of hers for, I don't know, somewhere 20 to 50% of Bricklink 6-month average. They're all new in box. And then she told me that she would hold on to them for me, and I could just pay for them as I was able to. So I think I have a decent amount done. I can get you a number, but I would say I'm probably close to halfway, if not over.
and this was and explain to everyone out there who isn't like a common participant in the show or the lives.
So all the
How long ago did I rope you, me and Josh rope you into?
Well, let's go back to a live we had post January 1st, and we were all discussing January 1st releases, and my good friend Mav here, and my other good friend Josh, who's not here, he or the two of them kind of were talking about the Tom and Jerry Brickheads coming out, and how I needed to get it for some reason. I don't remember why that was being pushed, but
Kept saying
I
no.
said, yeah, I kept saying no. I said, I don't need them. And actually, this lady that I've been getting some from, she had brought them up to me last summer, and I was just like, yeah, no, I don't collect them. Well, so fast track back to January here. Josh and I were at the January 1st Lego release, and my son was running late with my mom. She was bringing him to the mall, and when he got there, I asked Josh. I said, "Hey, Josh, can you hold my bags?" Because I already made all my purchases, and I asked him to hold my bags, innocently thinking that he would be a good friend and just hold my bags. Well, left the store, um, took my son up to the bathroom. While I'm on my way back to the from the bathroom, I get a text from Mav, and it's a video of a Tom and Jerry box being slid into my Lego bag. So when I realized that was the case, I am a good friend and I don't return gifts that friends give me. So I took the Tom and Jerry Brickhead set and I used it.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, reluctantly, I took it, and that was the beginning of the Lego Brickheads Passion Collection.
The Passion Collection.
The Passion Collection.
I
You know
will
what?
say, I will
Go
say,
ahead. Yep, go ahead.
I will
Yep.
say, you got on the Brickhead tear once you got one, right?
Yeah.
But you have slowed down on purchasing like month-to-month releases, which before you used to go to the store all the time and always come back with a pretty good chunk
Yes.
of stuff. So
Yep.
now you've been more selective. So I
Yes.
do applaud that for your control.
Yeah, oddly enough, it just so happens that 2 of those months of control, my only purchases were Brickheads.
But a lot easier on the wallet, right? So
Yeah, yeah. No, that's,
besides the
that
Shire, recently the Shire set, right?
yeah. No, that, topic of discussion that we like to have is called the first of the month FOMO, fear of missing out for those that don't, uh, know the acronym. It's common topic in the Lego world, I would say, how to combat having FOMO. I don't know. It went away from me. I did, like you said, I did get the Shire, but there's certain scenarios that we've talked about over the past couple months about how when there's a set you want, well, that's it too. Like I really did want that set, but it came with a gift with purchase, so it was kind of like, okay, well, that's that. But I don't know. Plus, we were doing a building review on it, so you can't build and review something you don't have.
This is true. This is true. And honestly, a quick note on that build and review. We were pleasantly surprised though with the Shire set as far as the build, as far as the builds, because
Yep.
when it got released, we were talking about it. When it finally got released and they revealed it, we were like, we like texted each other. Is this it?
Yeah.
We thought it
Yep.
was small, but
Yep.
ended up being a good build and actually a good size compared to everything else. It's just scaled perfectly with Rivendell and uh, Barad-dûr.
Agreed. You actually were the first one to bring up its Hobbit scale,
Yeah,
which I still don't think to this day, after you and I discussing it on the live, I still don't think that term's been brought up, Hobbit scale, by any community member. I could be wrong, so don't hold me to that. But I don't think in any of the reviews I saw, I don't think anybody else had mentioned that. So, um, and with the comment out of left field here, don't forget the Bricklink set. Just haven't paid for it yet. I'm going to toss something at you here. I actually made 2 purchases on Bricklink. One was a massive FOMO purchase that I canceled, and then I went back and just bought the Wild West train. So I deserve credit for that one as
yeah,
well.
he did. He did because he texted me right after and he's like, should I have done that? You know what? I'm gonna cancel that one.
Yep, I did. I did. So, you know, uh, I
But
don't know. It's
thank you
just
for that nod. I appreciate that. The the Hobbit scale nod.
yeah. Yeah, no, I just think it's really odd that it still hasn't been talked about, because it's a very valid point when you think about it. When you think of the scale of the shot, or the bag end, we're just going to call it the bag end for
The
anybody.
bag end. Yep.
We have a problem with the term the Shire being used, but we understand. But we're just going to call it bag end. When you really think about the bag end, it should have been built at a different scale, because they are Hobbit size figures, not quote unquote minifigs. So it just makes
Right.
sense.
And it's got to be a lot smaller than Rivendell, and
Yeah.
obviously less
Yep.
detailed because so
Yep. No, I agree. Um, so yeah. So back to Star Wars Day to
yep.
wrap up. I'm just gonna I'm gonna share screen here real quick. Just go over a couple things real quick. Since we're 2 days away here. Um,
And we'll describe what we're sharing for those who are listening afterwards.
all right. Okay. So pretty much just a couple things to go over real quick. Here's the big ones, the big releases, I would say. Would you agree these are, other than the Brickheads, these are the big May 1st?
They are. Yep, I would say yep. And what we're looking at right now is Jango Fett's Fire Spray class starship, chopper, astromech droid, the brick built Star Wars logo, Jango Fett helmet, Kylo Ren helmet. Those are the
Mhm.
4 that are on the screen right now. And
Yep.
notice how I pronounce chopper properly. You know how tough that is being from Boston area
The
and not saying
Choppa.
it chopper. I say that all the time, chopper.
uh, yeah, if I can't give you a correct date, but if anybody's watching this at a later time, if you want to go check out a more in depth of our May 1st release, I think we did this last Monday, so that would have been the 21st.
Yes.
You can find that live on Instagram, which we have our handles. Should be in the description of this. You should be able to find us on Instagram. But you can go check that out. Again, this is just a broad overview since we've talked about it. But yeah, so those are the top 5, I would say, the big sets for the first. Here's a look at the gift with purchases, Mav, if you want to go over those.
Oh yes. The Camino training facility, which I am very excited for because I think this is a great GWP, especially for May the 4th.
Mhm.
The Millennium Falcon mini build polybag, and then the Jango Fett's Starship coin, which I called that we were having another coin on another May 4th release. So, but what do you think of the coin compared to the recent years?
Uh, eh, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fan of. I guess you can say to me, it almost seems like they're trying to pull like more collector. Oh, I know that's loyalty points. Okay,
Oh, that's a
so
loyalty point.
yeah,
Yep.
so I don't know. It's like I guess when you're in the Lego hobby, I mean, I guess sometimes it can be looked at that you're can also be in like the toy collector hobby or just considered a collector and like these coins, like obviously you have coin collectors, but um if I were getting the if I was getting Django Fat ship, I wouldn't need this coin to sit with it, if you know what I mean. Like the Shire, obviously I had to have that gift with purchase because it went with it and it's both brick built, but I wouldn't necessarily need this Starship coin to sit with the.
Right. Wasn't there a keychain too?
That's what I was wondering. I thought we had seen that the other day. Let me just scroll through here.
I thought so too.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure wasn't it Austin who had said that? Maybe not. Yeah, I don't see anything on here. So maybe it is just those two.
Which is interesting with the polybags since they've been released for a while at like Target and Walmart.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think Peter said what they've been out for at least a month, so beginning of April. Um. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like that the training facility. Um, I like that it's not exclusive to the Starship because now you can basically get it with the 160 purchase on anything. I would assume.
It's gonna make it.
Um,
It's gonna make it. People buy the that GWP
mhm.
secondhand if you want to do like a battle pack, right? If you want to
Oh yeah,
collect an army of Camino training
yeah. No, I agree.
in that style, I think
Mhm.
it'd be.
Austin, we said, didn't you say something about a keychain as a gift with purchase last week? Wasn't there something mentioned about a keychain, or were you just saying, or were we saying we were surprised there was something about announced about a keychain? Maybe we're getting mixed up. All right, so yeah, I guess last thing here on Star Wars, are you going to the store?
I am going to the store
Oh,
because I
Mav said
am.
it.
Yeah, I did say it, but I didn't know if Austin confirmed it or not. So my apologies,
So we'll
Austin.
just blame Mav. Mav's
Just blame Mav.
yeah,
That's okay. I'm
Mav's
good.
fault this time.
I got big shoulders. Um, that's how I carry all my Lego.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I am going to the store Thursday. It is a work day, so I will be kind of taking an early lunch. So
Mhm.
by early, I mean getting to the store at 9:30 a.m. And that's about the earliest I could get there, and
Yeah.
just hoping that I get into line because normally I do, you know me, I normally purchase online.
Mhm.
You know, just wait.
Yeah, I think I'll probably be out by 9:15. I do expect,
Yes, yes,
uh
yep. And Austin comes back as no, you carry them in boxes, which is true.
yeah, because for those of you that can't see at the moment, Mav usually has a nice backlog of or excuse me, inventory, backlog, whatever you wanna call it, of
Inventory
boxes.
boxes.
Yeah, inventory of boxes, but,
Y
yeah, I can't make it before 9:15, so, again, I'm not trying to get the Starship. um I would assume gift with purchases are gonna far outweigh the number of starships they'll have. I still think they'll probably have at least what, depending on your store, 20 to 40
Well, they said they were getting.
Starship.
So my store over the weekend on Friday was talking to the manager. They were saying that they were getting even more. They already had stuff in the back for the GWPs, and they were getting more of the
Okay.
same delivered before. I think on like the Tuesday or the Wednesday. So
Okay.
tomorrow or Wednesday.
I think it helps when they have the new releases on at the end of the week, because then that gives them a couple extra days to get shipments in. Because I know shipments usually come a couple times a week, but having it at the end of the week, I think probably helps with the inventory.
It does.
So, all right. Well, so then we'll both be in line. I'll be interested to see. The past two release days have been extremely, extremely lackluster. Last year, I started noticing a downfall in turnout for release days other than January 1st. January 1st was loaded. But the Beauty and the Beast release was a miss. There's nobody at my store except for Josh. And then the Shire, I think we were third or fourth in line, and there was not many people behind us.
I don't
So.
think that's the case with May the 4th with the
No,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars, different beast. Yeah, I'm expecting big turnout. It will. I will be curious to see how big of a turnout, though.
It is nice that it's a Thursday and during the middle of the week, so
Yep.
that does help a little bit. So I'm going to the store for two reasons. One, I'm probably not going to buy because obviously we're not doing the build and review of some of the sets we're getting until the following week. I am planning to order the smaller sets online to equal another $160 so I can get another GWP.
Okay.
And then also get the Jango Fett Starship in the store. So
I might actually. This would actually probably be the first time that I'll ever use a GWP to try to get something else, because I won't need it. Maybe I'll trade for Brickheads.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited though. I can't remember what. No, it wasn't Jaw. It was the TIE Fighter last year.
Yep.
I believe.
The TIE Fighter.
Yep. I know it was busy. I feel like they released more last year though. It wasn't just Star Wars, if I'm not mistaken.
They had a lot of releases though this year. A lot of big releases because the IP for the Formula One had to release. That's why we had the weird kind of release days start.
Yep.
Because they don't want anything to, I would assume, interfere with the release of all the F1 sets. And then now, still a little odd with the Ferry release and the Shire and the Beauty and the Beast. That was kind of strange, but I don't know. Will they continue with that trend? I don't know.
Here's a very wise question by M. Why don't the Star Wars sets come out May the 4th? If I'm not mistaken, it's not all of them, but aren't like the Starship, isn't that technically May 4th, but it's an early insiders release, May 1st?
Yeah, I think what she's trying to get at is why don't they just make the insiders release on May 4th and everything else release maybe the couple days afterwards.
Can I just ask you this? I guess my mind really doesn't understand the insiders thing, because you literally can go to the store on release day
and still
they
get
can
it
ask you
without the VIP.
Well, no, I mean, because I think they ask, like, are you VIP? And you can be like, no. And you'd be like, can I sign up? Yeah. Okay, you can have the set. I don't really comprehend, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, what, like, I would like to know. That's something I don't think we've ever talked about. What is the perk to Lego for you being an insiders?
Yes.
Other than a number count.
I think we have talked about this, but nothing that was on a live, just through text and normal communication.
Okay, keep that.
We're
We'll
gonna
keep
pin
this
that. We're
topic.
gonna pin that, folks, for another topic for another day.
Yes, because that'll be a good topic of conversation. So, um, for those of you that don't know, we have a spreadsheet where we keep track of things. So that'll go to the spreadsheet.
It's on tab 15.
Yeah, seriously. All right, I'm pulling this up for M because I know she said she's excited for it here. Let's get to the Japanese red maple. So this is not a May 1st release. It is a June 1st release. Botanicals line, Japanese red maple. And I chose this view for those that can't see. I chose the hover over top view because if I'm not mistaken, and is it just my eyes deceiving me? Are these dual molded leaves or are they one red, one orange? My eyes can't tell me for sure what I'm looking at. I think they're dual
It
printed.
it looks dual molded
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
because
thinking
the color
here.
the color fades.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't know how many pieces you get of the dual mold. Doesn't look like it goes to the whole.
Not all, oh, here we go.
There you go. That's a better view. Yeah, it's dual
Yep.
molded.
That has to be.
Right, because look at on the table.
Uh-huh. Yep. That has to be a first, if I'm not mistaken. I could completely be wrong, but I don't feel like I've ever seen dual molded or dual colored, dual printed, whatever you want to call them, pieces. In a what do they call that? I should know this because I use it for graphics making in is that transient? Is that what you call it? No, not transient. Or is it transient?
Gradient.
I don't. Gradient, thank you.
You're welcome.
Which transient has to be
I,
something. Yeah, gradient, yeah.
I was just gonna let you struggle for a little bit,
I
but
appreciate that. Yeah,
I
thank you.
figured it'd be nice.
You're kind soul. Um, I don't have a need for this, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like the leaves. I don't know what I would do with them because I
I
have
already
big
have
hopes. What?
the bonsai tree.
Mm.
This is good for like the office. Like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I have the bonsai tree in the office at work, so this might not be a bad one to put on the shelf.
I had hopes and dreams of building a city and then changing out leaves and all that for different seasons and whatnot. This would be a nice touch for the fall, but I don't do that as it is anyways. So
Not yet.
not
Not
yet.
yet.
Not yet. All right. Let's see. Let's go to
Fortnite.
uh there's just some of
And there is
our
more Star Wars that we can talk about, but like Keith said, we did do a live previously um, about it, so we're not doing a deep dive this time. We were just kind of brushing over what we're gonna get and what some of the main sets. Ooh, the happy
I
plants.
just
Here we go.
I'm scrolling past them. So, you know what? Lego still has not fixed. It still says coming soon on date. So, apparently we're not sure when they're coming. I think it's June 1st. Um I don't know where this came from, but it's going to be eaten up. I guarantee it's going to be eaten up. $23. Maybe
It's like
price per piece is ridiculous, but it's going to be eaten up. I don't know.
maybe they're trying to come out with like this is like their botanicals brickheads, and they might come out with different versions of this, different colors, different
Watch
pots.
your mouth.
See, and then Keith's gonna have to go
Watch
on a
your
tear.
mouth. Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what they're aimed at. Um it's a 9 plus. I don't know. It's cute. I just yeah. I don't know. We'll leave it at that. So,
Keith doesn't
um
know. You heard
I
it.
don't
You
know.
heard it here first.
Yeah,
Keith
you
doesn't
heard
know.
it here. Yep, exactly. Here's something we did not talk about at all, Jurassic Park. So let me go to Fortnite first. If I can even find what I'm looking for.
These aren't
Oh,
the
for
droids you're looking for.
what they got rid of the coming soon tab for some reason, so we're just gonna search here. Here we go.
Oh,
All right.
this thing is cool.
So I'm not gonna lie. I went straight Power Rangers when I saw this.
Yep. I'm
Straight
like,
Power Rangers.
so we know that by coming out with this, that if they ever did get the IP, they could definitely make a cool Megazord.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much what it is. I
Yeah,
mean,
well, it looks exactly. It's Fortnite version of the Megazord.
literally is. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So it is, let's see, 2,503 pieces retailing for $249.99. So this is an August release date. Again,
Now I
I don't know much about Fortnite, but I think it's pretty stinking cool looking.
It is, and I'm probably gonna get this. But it's not like a must-have day one for me. I'll
Correct.
wait.
And
I will wait, but this looks so much nicer than, I hate to say it, the Optimus Prime, and I might get some
yeah.
backlash from it. The
Yeah.
Optimus was way better than Bumblebee.
Mhm.
It's still a good display piece, but just the detail in this is pretty cool.
Well, I will be picking it up because my son is a collector of all things bear, and it's a giant bear
Megazord.
Megazord, and it has a bear minifigure with a tile that says "I love bears." So I'm pretty much toast on this one. So
Are you gonna get Mr. Peely?
he did get that for Christmas. He's not a Fortnite guy, but he liked it, so it's still sitting in his little build pile here. All right. I'm probably gonna butcher this. Is it Colombo? Am I saying that right? Maybe. I don't know. Looks like
Salamander.
okay. I'll take your word on that. Looks like the Nightmare King down there in the bottom corner, just in gold.
Yep.
Yeah, not much to say on this one, but trying to read here. Yeah, I don't quite know what this is, but I'm sure Fortnite fans are going to like it because this is still, I guess, new to them. Getting the Lego sets. So just some different things here. The Durr Burger, obviously, I've heard of that. We have the little burger here, replicates the big set that came out.
Yep.
I was kind of getting Krusty Krab vibes there for a minute.
This is going back to SpongeBob Lego sets.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. And then what else do we have here? Peely and Sparkbugs Camp. Not really much to go over there. That's looks like more like a little play set. All right. What else was I going over here? Was there something else?
I think you said Jurassic Park. Was
That
it
it. That's what I was going to try to find here because I
Jurassic
don't think
Park?
we've never really talked about Jurassic Park other than the
Well, it's
T-Rex.
the last Jurassic World movies kind of come out, so
That's what they say, right? So why does the natural? Oh, because it has a what's McCall
dinosaur
here.
in it.
Uh-huh. So we have what's that? A Mosasaurus
Yep.
boat mission. So we got the play set. What do you think of the prices on the Jurassic Park stuff? It's pretty high?
Well, I
858.
mean, this is a totally different like genre of sets, right? So there's a lot of molding, like for the dinosaurs that gets
Mhm.
done. That definitely ups the price.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I don't know. Does your son or anybody you have any interest in the Jurassic Park stuff sets coming up?
well, mostly the only ones that I were like like my generation Jurassic Park, like when they came out with those sets, I grabbed the diorama. I mean T-Rex Breakout, right?
Yep.
I did miss out on the front gate. What do we call it? Rampage, T-Rex
Oh yeah.
Rampage. So
Yep.
I mean, but look at the dinosaur molds. I mean, they're just
They are nice. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
It's not something that I go out to collect. However, when I do come across a deal, like, I'll pick it up. Like, I
Yeah.
found a Jurassic World set, um, that was at Barnes& and Noble. It was on the 50% off table, and so was the Avatar, set. They were both, like, $100 sets that were 50% off, and then it was a buy one, get one for $5.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I was like, "Oh, okay, so I get a set 50% off, and then I can get this set for $5,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
long as it's the same value." So,
Yeah. I don't know. I like. I guess I'm just more aimed at like looking at those Jurassic Parks. That's like I don't see anything there for me. Um, that's exactly. M just made up a very good point. They are perfect for kids or anybody who loves Jurassic Park, really, but they are more aimed at the playset style rather than the display. Now, I'm sure you could come up with a really nice display with them, but they're all like half buildings or stuff like that. So it's not like you'd have to pretty much mock up a display if you wanted to. There's not much with the set to really build anything substantial with. So, but the dinosaurs, I would agree. That's the bulk of what you're paying for is the dinosaur molds because I
yep,
mean they're really nice. So
they're nice, but they cost a special mold to
mhm.
build,
Yep,
so
yep, yep. No, I hear you. Um, yeah. So there's one other thing I forgot to mention uh, to you as well that I was just thinking about. We hadn't talked about Lego ideas in a long time. Nothing that I got to read that comment
yep.
pertaining to the Jurassic Park sets we were just talking about. M says they make the so referring to her kids, they make them attack Rivendell. It's adorable. I love it. That's fantastic. That makes sense. So see, that's what I'm saying. Like they came up with their own rules to play with the Jurassic Park sets, which yeah, I mean you could even take them into a city and have them,
That's
causing
the whole point of Lego. I mean, I know
yep.
we collect them, but it is to also have fun. So sometimes you're just gonna have fun with your sets
Mhm.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you said earlier with the Star Wars stuff, like how cool would it be to build like just a normal city and then bring in the stormtroopers and that, like they're invading a city, and it'd be
Yep.
really
I
cool.
like I like storytelling. Like, especially like you have you're starting to revamp your city or starting to organize it to be a city, kind of like
Uh-huh.
I'm starting to get mine laid out, and as I'm adding details into it, I'm trying to just, you know, paint a story. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
if I'm setting it up and I'm putting minifigures, what's the story with the minifigure?
Mhm.
I'm not just gonna set them up randomly.
I'm just gonna scrap the ideas con talk. We'll do that another day because since you're bringing up a city, let's talk about city stuff here real quick. Um, so when you're building a city, do you like to put your minifigures as you go, or do you kind like how big of a section do you have to have done before you can start putting cities together?
I think I
Or I
put
mean,
them.
scenes together.
I think I put scenes together as I go. Um, Obviously, if you only starting off with one modular, it's just
That's
what whatever whatever minifigures came with the minifigure build with the modular set
Mhm,
is what I have. But eventually, like, so I'm also like you, and if a lot of people on here do know us, we like to keep our sets original, right?
mhm. Yep.
Now that's not saying that we won't buy a second set and do a rebrickable on it and add it to the city, but if we're collecting or we're getting the modulars, we want at least one of the modulars in that style to be original.
Correct.
Um, so sometimes with the figures, either I'll put them with them or I'll take them and I'll bag them
Okay.
so they're not with the set, or I'll put them inside the set because we're not always going to take off the floors and stuff because most of your city is displayed on the outside.
Mhm.
Unless you're taking photos of the inside, then you can. So I tend to try not to mix the minifigures up. Although having some of the Marvel sets like Avengers Tower mixed with
Mhm.
like the Natural History Museum, right? Is you got the actually skin toned
Oh, yeah.
minifigs, and then you just
Uh-huh.
got your traditional yellow minifigs. So it's like, hey, what's going on here?
What's going on here?
What's going on here? Um, are you okay? You look a little yellow, man. Um,
Or you look a little pale.
or you look a little pale.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, because my son actually notices that in the city. He's like, "Oh, these don't look alike." I said they're not supposed to, but the city is just going to be variations of different minifigures.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but yeah, to back to your point, I do as I go put them in, and I try to make a story.
Mhm.
Um, but adding the road plates, obviously, you know the style road plates I add to the city, it can kind of create a little bit of difficulty. So, what I'm trying to do is on the road plates is where I put sig figs that I get.
Oh, okay.
So, like
Yep.
when you send me yours, it'll go on the road plate. That way, it's if I move the road plate, all the sig figs go with it,
Oh, yeah, okay.
and then I know where my sig figs are too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, makes sense. Um, yeah,
what about you?
I
Same question to you. How
same
would you?
question. Yeah, I got I mean, now I think it's been a month already since when I was talking to you about when I was putting that one section together for the city because I hadn't worked on it in so long. So I have part of it kind of done, and yeah, I started uh, kind of making a story, and then I don't know. It's kind of hard for me because like I feel like I want an overall story being told, but you can't really have an overall story on a entire city because you have different parts of the city. So like you can put Easter eggs in like certain parts. You know what I mean? Like how you have the different modulars have different stories. So, you know, you can have them different places and then you can make up your own little Easter eggs. But um yeah, I'd like to make up stories, but I'm struggling with getting the city actually put together, which is frustrating because time, as we talk about, time is never on our side, and parts,
Yep.
parts just
Honestly, the parts are the biggest
not at disposal.
because I mean I know time can go fast, but parts do limit how much you can do.
Yep,
So
I know.
that's why you gotta buy bulk, pick up when you can, hit the pad walls, right? So
S- Yep,
I know we don't always like to spend a ton of money just on pad parts, like because you're
just
trying to
spare
save up for
pepper. Yeah, yeah,
because you're
yep.
trying to save up for sets and stuff. But sometimes when you have those um, parts that you use all the time, you know, two by two, brick, plate,
Yep,
you know,
yep. I
tiles.
if anybody has a Lego store near them, if your Lego store gets on the pad wall the two by twos and you do Mills plates, I think that's your best money saver for Mills plates is getting
Yeah.
those two by twos off of there.
And also too, if you like masonry and they have a bunch of masonry,
Hmm.
grab them, pack them, take your
Yep.
time packing them because I think I fit like 600 and something uh, one by two profile masonry bricks, and they're like 13 cents a piece on Legos Pab. Ordering it
Hmm.
on online, so to order that and to get the same amount, you're spending way over what you would have paid for a
Oh,
$20
far and above.
box.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
so load them up. Spend $100. Get 4 boxes. Load it up. Bring it in.
Hmm.
So,
Yep. Agree. It's nice having Bricklink
Bricklink's
as an
good too.
option.
Yep.
But yeah, if you have a Lego store and they get that stuff, it's just I know it's hard for them to get so much of a variation all the time.
I mean, they try.
But
Like
yeah,
whoever does the
mhm,
ordering at my local store, they try their best to kind of. always
Yep.
turn out, but there's just certain things that they just can't get. So there's a lot more smaller pieces than there are.
Hmm.
So
Yep. Um, so yeah, real quick, I just want to do a rundown since this will be our first uh, podcast that we'll be sharing. Sorry, I was trying to figure out my words there. For anybody that's new, pretty much anybody who's in the chat now, you guys know us. You've been with us again. We appreciate you guys, but just little rundown to get kind of what we do out there. I don't think we introduced ourselves. Now that I'm going back to thinking from the beginning here. So my name's Keith. You can find me Brick Together, Click Together on Instagram or YouTube. Mav is this other lovely voice that you've been hearing tonight.
I don't know about lovely.
There it is. But yeah, Mav, you can find him also on Instagram and YouTube, Mav_bricks. Correct? It is an underscore.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Yeah,
Yep.
I thought so. Just making sure. But yeah, so we are your faces or voices that you'll get accustomed to. You can ask anybody who follows us; they're not sick of us yet. So
Not yet. Not yet.
and it's been 6 months, as we said. So I think we're doing something right. But if you are interested in us, we appreciate that. But we will be live here on YouTube every Monday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Mav, do you want to go over our Fridays and occasional Saturdays?
Yes. Yes. So on top of our Mondays we're going to be 10 p.m. Eastern time, we do.
He went there.
I
You
went
went
there.
there.
I went there. It just came out, and I was like, "Huh," I caught myself.
It's normal.
No, but Fridays we do after hours, where it's more of like a laid back kind of, adult style. Like it's not formal. It's just interacting with the chats, going back and forth, talking Lego. Just a really good time. We have a lot of laughs, and that is at 10 p.m. on Fridays, every Friday after hours.
Sometimes we push it to 10:01 to make it officially after hours.
Yeah, because it was 10:05, but it was just like, yeah, just start at 10. The after hours just means it's finally the weekend. So
Yes. Yep.
so that starts at 10, and it runs. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's a couple hours. It just
Mhm.
depends on the flow. We don't put a time limit cap. We just kind of take it. And then every other Saturday, we do Rise and Shine in the morning, where me and Keith get up and go on our live for 7 a.m. Eastern time.
Eastern.
Yep, Eastern time. And this is to accommodate a lot of our friends that are over in Europe and England, the UK. And it's just a fun time because we get to interact with them because
Mhm.
they're not able to interact on our schedule for on our Fridays. So
Yep. And then we mentioned it earlier as well. Last month, we started Rise and Shine Build and Review. So this is once a month, we've decided to pick one of the new releases and do a build and review. You can actually go and check it out. I don't think it's on the Hidden Bricks YouTube account yet. It is on Mavs and I know it's on mine. I'm pretty sure I
I don't know.
tagged
I
you.
don't know if it's you. I think you tagged me, but I don't know if it's on
Okay.
mine yet.
All right. Well, so if you go on Brick Together, Click Together on YouTube, you can find we did a build and review, as we mentioned, of the Shire, the Bag and the Shire last month. This month we'll be doing build and review, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. With the size of set that we'll be reviewing, it will not be at 5:00 a.m. as it was last month. It'll be at the normal 7:00 a.m. Eastern, more than likely. But yeah, so that's our rundown. We have Mondays at 10 Eastern, Fridays at 10 Eastern, and then every other Saturday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Unless we're doing a massive build and review, then more than likely it'll be at 5 a.m. So,
Yep. And bear with us. This is our first time on YouTube and doing slash podcast. So the content will keep getting better and keep improving. Also, if you have any suggestions, feel free to DM us at our Instagram, or you could find us on the Hidden Bricks Instagram. Send us a
oh, yes.
message. Give us any
Yep.
kind of feedback, comments, what you'd like us to discuss, anything.
Yep. We are open books. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, shout them our way. So, yeah. So May the 4th coming up, or May the 1st coming up on Thursday, May the 4th celebration, I guess we'll call it. I'm sure we'll find some gift with purchase news coming out here over the next, or double points if it's happening news. We already know gift with
I
purchases.
hope so.
Yeah, hopefully we'll find out. Mav and I do have this running theory that it is known that we have our show on Monday, so all the big news breaks Tuesday morning. So if you want to know about gift with or double points news, check out Instagram tomorrow. I'm sure it'll blow up and tell you everything you need to know. So
We're not here to report the first of anything. We're just here to talk Lego, discuss what we find, and that's it.
yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'm confident in saying anybody listening will learn pretty quickly that Mav and I aren't ones that like to be the ones that break the news. We kind of like to sit back and let everybody else give their thoughts, and then we take everybody else's thoughts and kind of dissect them and come up with our own opinions and whatnot, and then give you our own take on everything. So
Yeah, because also on this channel we do not discuss any leaks too.
correct. Yep.
We don't. We only discuss it once it's official because there's too many things with leaks. So we'd like to hear it directly from Lego.
Also, there's probably a Monday Instagram live of a Keith rant about that a few weeks ago, so you can go back and search through our history for that as well.
Keith's rant.
We should have a section on here called Keith's Rant of the Week, just as we have Finance with Mav. We're not
Finance
going
with
to
Mav.
explain those. We won't explain those to you. Those are cliffhangers for anybody listening that wants to come back and learn about those. So,
Yep. Monthly budget for your Lego.
oh, it's good stuff because I actually saw a commercial about something that you talk about the other day. So, cliffhanger.
Leave it on the
Anyway.
cliffhanger. It's great.
Anyways, well, Mav, I'm just going to speak for both of us. We seriously appreciate all of our regulars. We love you guys. Thanks for hopping over on YouTube tonight. Mav, I appreciate you for all the hard work you've been doing, getting all this stuff ready to roll here.
Teamwork. That's what it is.
We do what we can.
Yep.
And I think the product turned out nice. Definitely, there's always room for improvement, as is anything in life. But I think you and I did a pretty nice job. So
yeah, it can only get better, and obviously with Brickworld coming up, we're gonna definitely have a lot more content coming up and talks. So
maybe we can even get some Hidden Bricks exclusives.
ooh, that'd be
I don't
nice.
know what, but we'll get something.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep adding to the content. So just stay tuned. There'll always be something new here on the Hidden Bricks.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful week. And then we will be live on Instagram this Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern time.
All right, everybody.
Have a good night.
Thanks for stopping by.
See you guys.
Thanks for joining.